Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm reviewing every single movie that's ever been made, and I'm doing them in alphabetical order, which is why all my reviews start with the number one. I'm going off this list that's on Wikipedia that has 65,000 movies on it, and this is episode number 10. And today I have the very special pleasure of being joined by the Film Hog.
Hi.
There he is. Thank you for joining me, the Film Hog. So, for those unfamiliar, what is the Film Hog? Who is it? What is it?
I don't know.
Today's movie is called One Night in San Diego, and it's basically a road trip where two unlikable, self-centered, very rude and abrasive young women go on a road trip to San Diego for unclear reasons. So, the Film Hog, what did you think of this movie?
The critical part of any comedy film is that the characters are unlikable, unbelievable, and unfunny. And overall, I thought this was a thoroughly awful, shitty, lazy film.
I think I agree. Actually, it's very important thing about comedies is you want to die whenever anyone is talking, and the conversations should be very boring, and they should go on and on and on for like 20 minutes each, and have no point and no jokes. And that's exactly what this movie delivers.
Whenever they come across a service worker, they treat them like dog shit.
That's my favorite part of the movie. They make everyone else's life a living hell. Hey, you say unlikable, I say hashtag relatable, because that's totally me and my bestie. Whenever we encounter another human being, we just sort of like verbally abuse them until they give us what we want.
So, like, the film makes a lot of promises with its poster. Like, they're in a car. It says "One Night in San Diego," but like you said, there's barely any road trip in it. And then they go on a night out because like they need literally just because they need something to do. Like a date stands her up and she's like, "Let's get white. We go wasted." So
Yeah.
they do that.
Yeah, the one thing I know about San Diego is the Comic Con, and then when they get there, they're like, oh, we don't actually have tickets to the Comic Con. So, first of all, they have no reason to be there, and the movie has like no reason to keep going. It has no direction whatsoever, and it's just like, well, we have these really funny characters here, so let's see them having a crazy night out, and that's all the rest of the movie is.
We really got to mention the Law and Order musical parody segment.
Bro, this was so funny. We were watching this together, and you heard how exasperated and frustrated I got with this scene. I was fucking livid. It made no sense. Sorry, go ahead.
So they get to this parody and they start singing these like really weird like songs about law and order, and you feel like it's meant to be surreal, but the girls are like laughing their heads off, whereas everyone else in the theatre is like taking it really seriously.
Yeah, there's so many layers of humor and non-humor here. It will take some kind of genius to analyze this. It's next level comedy because so they're at a parody musical, so that means it's meant to be funny, but then the characters are laughing at it. So is it something that should be laughed at? Because in a comedy movie, you don't have a character laughing at your own jokes that you wrote in the movie. So they're not meant to be laughing because everyone else is annoyed at them. And the songs actually aren't funny. Yeah, so what the fuck is even going on there? That whole scene is like someone's YouTube sketch they made for their boring comedy sketch group that they just dump in the middle of this movie and you just have to sit there and watch it.
There's another shot where they get on I think they call it a pedaxi, and you're then treated to this 2-minute sequence where they're in the taxi looking round at all the sights that San Diego has to offer, but it's literally just like a shot on their faces for 2 minutes. And you don't see anything funny. They could have been like pointing at like more dog doo-doos, more trashy people hitting the streets, because I mean, what else are you gonna film really?
Exactly. You got to make fun of San Diego or
Exactly.
reference San Diego, but there's almost no establishing shots in this movie.
So that's one of the many scenes where they get a bit of licensed music in.
Right.
And
There's
it's
quite a lot of those, isn't there? It's fucking
Yeah.
weird.
It's blaringly loud compared to the rest of the film.
Yeah, this is a
And
technically incompetent movie because the music is too fucking loud and you have to adjust the volume whenever it comes on.
I had it on max and I accidentally cut into the middle of one of these like music segments and it blew my ears off. It was distortingly loud.
So there's these confusing licensed music sections where they actually got like Teenage Dirtbag and you just see the characters singing along to it. That's the entire thing. They're just like, I love this song, turn it up. And then you just see them doing karaoke in their car for like a minute and a half straight, and it's like, okay. Alexandra Daddario is in this movie. Somehow, I don't know what the fuck happened here, why she chose to be in this. Actually, I do, because I read an interview with the director, and apparently they've been friends since they were kids.
Well, it's nice that she was given the privilege to appear in One Night in San Diego.
Yeah, it really will give her career the boost it needs, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, the film hog. I think we both agree this is a fantastic movie, and we love it dearly.
I loved it. Yeah.
Okay, so we have been saying some mean things about this movie, so I'd like to inject some positivity. So I thought a fun segment to do would be we go back and forth, and each of us just to say one nice thing about the movie or something that's good about it. And the first person who can't mention something that's good loses.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll go first. If that's
Okay.
all right. I liked that when the girl's mum phones her, it makes a very strange ringtone that's like an alarm blaring or something. That's definitely a normal ringtone people have. And I also like how that later in the movie that's contradicted when she says that the Law and Order theme song is her ringtone when her mum phones her, even though earlier in this movie we saw that this is not actually true. Your turn.
That is funny. I for one can't stop laughing. Anyway, the thing that I found funny, so she's walking a cute little doggy, and she says, "Come on, Belbo," and you look in the subtitles and they translate the name as Belbo, but you look in the credits, the dog's called Bilbo.
Right.
So what the hell is happening here?
So many possibilities for this, and I think they're all very funny. My turn. I like the extra who is sniffing a hot dog very passionately and deeply in the Law and Order scene. Okay, your turn.
That's genuinely like one of the only funny, silly things that happens in the entire film. There's just nothing in this film. It's just nasty and
it happened by accident. Your turn, buddy.
Funny. Okay. I'm really, really struggling here.
One good thing.
The funniest thing, they're at the mansion and the hippie's doing like some yoga pose on a golf cart. I thought that was really funny. Like they're just carting him around while he's doing this pose. I want people to do that. I might just sit on the bonnets of people's cars.
All right, my next good thing. I'm not done. Oh
my god!
I like in that scene that one of the girls who is lactose intolerant drinks dairy by accident, and then the whole time you're waiting, come on, shit or fart or something, do something disgusting, because this fucking conversation with the hippie guy goes on for what feels like 47 minutes and there's no jokes in it, and you're like, here it comes, and eventually she does excuse herself to go to the bathroom. It's very not like they don't point attention to it, which is disappointing, and the fart noises are very weak, and they're obviously dubbed in and not done live by the actor, but I still liked it because farting.
Yes.
Alright, it's your turn. Say something good about this film. Or admit defeat, bitch. Damn.
Oink.
Looks like I won.
Oink.
I've defeated you, and that means I get to continue being the host of this channel, and you're never allowed to be on one of my videos again. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this is a hogtastrophe.
Yeah.
So, after all is said and done, how do you rate this film?
Yeah, this is the tricky bit, because the last two films I reviewed, I gave 1 out of 4 stars, but I'm going to have to say this movie fucking blows harder than anything I've ever seen before, and so I'm going to give it a rating of 1 star, because I'm not going to give it half a star, because I think it can get even worse. I have to review some Asylum movies soon, so... Right.
So I'm giving One Night in San Diego 1/2 of a really dehydrated trough of swill.
Oh my god, that's the worst rating you've ever given. I believe. And it's also the only rating you've ever given, because you're not a real reviewer, not like me.
No, I'm not.
Thanks for coming onto the show with me and helping me do this review. I just couldn't have done it on my own.
No problem. It was a privilege. It got me out of Borstal for a short while.
Well...
Part needs editing.
Yeah, I'm going to edit the whole thing, don't worry. Alright everyone, that brings us to the end of this review. And I hope you'll join me next time for another very special episode where we're going to do a triple. That's right, 3 reviews in one, because they're all short films. So next week I will be reviewing the 1 second film, and 1, 2, 3 go, and 142, 140, 140, and the third film is called 142.08. It's going to be a great time, and I hope you'll join me for that. Now, if you'll excuse me, but that's so fucking loud.